How's it going, Dave and Comic Book Investments? So I got a bit of a fun one today. So as I get tons and tons of comic books in, and every once in a while, I'm looking at the pages, making sure they're there, and the back, grading it, all sorts of stuff, and I come across some of like the most ridiculous ads ever. So I've saved a few, quite a few actually, and I figure we'll go through it and just have a good laugh at how ridiculous these ads are. Most of them are going to be old. Like as time went on, the consumer got smarter, and probably also the publishers didn't want this ridiculous stuff. But back in the golden age and even sometimes silver age, it was the wild, wild west of advertising. Didn't make a difference if what you're saying was completely false because there are comic books. So now there's a little more laws in place and a little more scrutiny to the ads that you get in there. But I figured let's go through some of them, and they're quite funny what you could get in a comic book. All right, first up, I see this all the time. You can win a miniature dog. It's new and alive, guaranteed to be alive. That is very key. And also in the same ad down here, you can win a monkey. Yes, you can win a monkey. I've seen these ads before. Sometimes you can actually just straight up buy the monkey down here in the corner in this little teacup down here. And yes, I read online someone actually bought one of these monkeys before, and they said they showed up. It was a very interesting thing. It shows up in a cage, and it says guaranteed to be alive on the ad, because how many times I'm sure where they would get a box and they would just get a dead monkey. Imagine that. You save up all your pennies, nickels, and dimes. You finally get your pet monkey. You get it in, and it's dead. And maybe it's been dead for a while, so it stinks. But anyways, so from what I read, someone actually did get it. It came with a little leash, and they said the monkey, as soon as they opened the cage, just jumped out, freaked out, bit him everywhere. He had to get like 16 stitches or something like that. But they ended up keeping the pet, and they had it for like 3 years, and then it eventually died. So you can win a monkey, and people actually did, or you can get this little tiny miniature dog. I wonder what kind of dog it was. I'm sure they didn't know back then. All right, next is be taller. That's right. We want to be taller. For $8, you can be taller. Ladies too, not just for men. So let's just see what this thing says. I mean, some of this stuff is just ridiculous. Could you use a few more inches in height? Are you fed up with calling shorty little man, or even hey you down there? I don't know exactly what this is going to be. It's before taking our new height course. So it's a course. This is not like some pill. This is not, some magic lift in your shoe. It is a course. You take this course and you can get taller. Let's read a review. 43 years of age. I have gained 3 inches in height. Yes, 3 inches in height. My ambition is to keep going until I reach the 6-foot mark. Wow. Dang. With this course, you get this gain 3 inches. No problem. At 43 years old, way past your growing time. I gained a full inch in the first 4 days. A person from JFG of LA, California. I wonder if any of these are real. Your new height course is worth 10 times your cost. My life has changed since I gained 4.5 inches. Oh, wow, man, quite a bit. So for $8, you can be taller. Here is another one giving out a dog. This is now a Chihuahua. You can win a Chihuahua, no cost to you. All you have to do is sell some garbage stuff, and they'll give you a dog that's the size of a teacup. And here's that pet monkey I was talking about. This one is basically the same thing, but this one is $19.95. So you can get a pet monkey for $19.95. So it's a squirrel monkey, and it says in here, in this ad, easy to train and care for. Eats what you eat. That's right. A monkey eats what you eat. So you don't need to feed it berries, none of that stuff. You can feed it steak. You can feed it carrots. You can feed it cereal. You can feed it whatever you want, and it'll last forever. It comes 6 months old and grows to about a foot tall. Okay, then obviously there's a bunch of these like, you're too fat, you got to lose weight. Like that's common now, but there's also one that I didn't see coming. A lot of these where it's like, you're too skinny. You need to fill out. Fast, easy weight gains of 5, 10, 20 pounds or more reported. So without pads or exercise or fishy oils, you too can gain 20 pounds. It is called Weight On at your drugstore counters everywhere. These cartoons. And here in the lower right it says, gosh, Gene, you sure are popular since you put on those extra pounds. That is such a weird thing, a weird concept. This person is not popular at all. And then they put on some extra pounds, and now they're super popular. This is not weight gain as in muscle gain. This is literally just weight gain. They give you weight on condensed food tablets. Wow. How much can you fit in a little tablet? Like, how many calories could that possibly be? All right, here's another one. Skinny will add, for $2, add a pound wafers free. I don't even know what a wafer is. I thought a wafer was like a thing you eat. But okay. Add pounds of firm flesh. That's what you want to say in your thing. Just add pounds of firm flesh. That sounds very enticing. Add a pound. That's what it's called, for $1.98. And here we go. Now that you've added all this weight, how about you lose that weight? You've added too much weight. They add a pound, you bought 10 cases, now you added 10 pounds. You really wanted 5. So here you go. Fat folks. That's what they start off, fat folks. Can you imagine if an advertisement just started off with that? Hey, fatty, you want to take this diet pill? Your dreams come true. How to lose ugly fat without dieting or hunger. So this is not the nice fat. This is not the good fat. This is the ugly fat. No diet, no exercise, no methods, no plans, no drugs, no nothing at all. Just send away this coupon. And what do they give you? It looks like they give you a tablet, but it said no drugs. So who knows what's going on? Okay, so for men, that's for women. But for men, why not try Melt Tabs? The natural way to take off extra weight that's neither good for you nor good to look at. That's right. You are ugly fatso, and you need to take these Melt Tabs and send away for these little tabs, but they're not drugs. Remember, no drugs. These are not drugs, and you don't need to diet or exercise. You take this little tab, which it probably nothing in there in this article is going to tell you what it is. It's probably just literally nothing. And this one I see all the time. It's a funny little cartoon about how he's at the beach with this girl, and some big old jock puts sand in his face. And then he tries to stand up to his girl, and the skinny, scrawny guy goes, "That big bully, I'll get him someday." Oh, and the girl goes, "Oh, don't let it bother you, little boy." What kind of, you're on a date with someone, you're at the beach, some bully comes and puts sand in you and your date's face, and then your date has the nerve to insult you afterwards. Well, Now, if you get this book, it looks like a training book. You get this book, he's kicking and punching, and all of a sudden he's super strong. And then the first thing he does, he goes to that beach and just punches the guy. The guy probably doesn't even remember him, but wow, he just gets, and now he's the hero at the beach. And now his girlfriend says, "Oh, Mac, you are a real man after all. You are not a little boy." And then the other girls are like, "Oh gosh, what a build." And he's like, "He's already famous for it." That's right. You can kick and punch and exercise, get big and strong, and you become famous for it. And then here we go. We got this ad for, the end of the skinny body. Look at this skinny person. I don't even know if this is the same person at all. But all of a sudden, 2 weeks later, he went from 149 pounds to 165 pounds. So he gained, quite a bit of weight there, like 15, 16 pounds. Gained up to 16 pounds in 14 days. That's what you can do. This massively look really, really buff. Wow. Add 2¼ inches to each arm. Wow. Getting big arms. Now, how do you achieve such an awesome physique? Well, you send away to get this little milkshake / weight gainer thing. Okay. It's going to add 3,500 calories to your diet. That's right. And I guarantee you most of that's going to be fat and sugar. So this one, I see this and it's just kind of ridiculous. So move ugly blackheads. So blackheads are just like pimples and stuff like that. But the way they try to market this, here we go. It goes, this little cartoon up here. I'd marry Jim if it wasn't for those filthy blackheads of his. I'll ask Bob to talk to him right away. Okay, so she's talking to her girlfriend, and then her girlfriend's like, "Oh, wow, I'd marry Bob or Jim or whatever." And it's like, "Oh, no, let me talk to Bob. He'll get rid of him." And he goes, "Why don't you try a Vacutex for those blackheads, Jim? It certainly helped me. Thank you. That sounds worth trying." So he goes and tries it. He's like, "Jim, darling, how nice and clean you look. Thank you, Vacutex, for that." So here's this woman. It's like, man, he's perfect. He's got a nice job. He's got a nice car. Lives on his own. All sorts of everything. He's great to me. We go out every night. We have a good time. Perfect. But those blackheads, I'd marry him. But those blackheads. I just can't deal with it. I can't marry him. So unless you get this Vacutex, which I actually have a picture of it, this is what it was. It looks like some kind of plunger where you just stick it in your face and you suck out the pus and the dirt and oil and stuff like that. Okay, now if you don't want a little tiny dog, a little chihuahua, little dog, or you don't want a monkey, you can also get a pet raccoon. That's right, a pet raccoon. Yeah, here's the ad. Has always been and still is America's favorite pet. Wow, I didn't know that. America's favorite pet is the raccoon. That is news to me. I figured it would be a dog, maybe a cat, but most likely a dog. Easy to care for. It's only $30. Comes with a fob with a cage. Send money order or a cashier's check live. It's alive and immediate delivery. Called The Rascal by Walt Disney. I don't know. But anyways, you can get yourself a pet raccoon. Now, raccoons are very notorious to sometimes having rabies. So can you imagine they take all these rabid raccoons, put them in this box, the person opens it up, bam, gets bit by rabies. And by the way, do not look up rabies victims on the internet. It'll scar you for life. I looked at them. I wish I never did. Now I'm petrified of it. There's no cure for it at all. Zero cure. Once you start showing symptoms of it, you're dead. You're basically dead. There's nothing you can do. You have a fear of water. So every time you try to drink water, your body freaks out. So you never drink water. You end up getting delirious, going dehydrated, and it's dying. It's terrible. Oh, horrible, 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 horrible disease. Crazy enough, they have no cure for it. Why? I don't know. Rabies has been around forever, but I'm going off to tangent about rabies, and yeah. So all these people that's got rabies, although raccoons are very cute, and I would love to own one, but I'd be afraid to buy one for $30 from some random person through a comic book ad. But maybe one day I'll have one. Okay, so if you didn't want a raccoon, a monkey, or a dog, you can get live pet seahorses. Now, every time you buy one for 90 cents, you get a family of seahorses. That is right. Not just one or just random ones. You get a family. That's right. You get a father, a mother, and 2 babies. And the babies will ride on the father's back. That's what it says right here. So for 90 cents, you can get yourself some seahorses, or you can get this monkey down here. It's a great deal. This is only $18.95. So that is on sale for that monkey. And that monkey is dressed in, looks like a little shirt. You know what your problem is if you don't get invited to parties very much and you're just not that popular? The problem is you can't play the piano. That is right. Learn to play the piano. Play on the first day or don't pay. That's right. Here is your chance to be popular. This is what the ad says. I'm not saying it. This is the ad. So here's your chance to be popular. Now it has this little comic book strip. And here's this girl playing the piano, has a bunch of handsome dudes around her and all these other people, this singing and dancing along. And here's boring Mary, who never gets invited to anything. I'm certainly missing a lot of fun and dates too. That's right. You are missing dates and fun. If I could only play the piano the way Betty does, wonder how she learned so fast. I'll ask her the first chance I get. So she asked her, and she's like, oh, I paid $1.98 to get this automatic chord selector guide. And so then she starts playing, and now it says, glad I took Betty's advice. Now I get invited everywhere. No more wallflower stuff for me. That is right. If you're not popular, the only reason why it's not your personality is because you can't play the piano. Just look at these reviews. I learned to play a song in 10 minutes. That is right. Never played before. Don't even know what piano is. But in 10 minutes, I was able to play a song. So for $1.98, get your chord selector today. All right, this is for all you men out there. Now, is your bay window keeping you from enjoying life and going on hot dates? Now, I never heard this term before, but bay window, apparently back in when there's the 40s or 50s, means you have a gut, basically a beer belly. Well, you can get the Cavalier. That's right. This makes you look slimmer and feel younger. This is for men, 30s, 40s, and 50s. Sorry, if you're in your 20s, too young. If you're in your 60s, basically you're dead. No chance for you to have any fun. But if you're between 30 and 50, this is for you. All it does is it cinches up your bay window, which is basically your gut. Do you envy men who can keep on their feet? That's right. You need to get the Cavalier. Posture bad? Got a bad bay window? Get the Cavalier. It lifts and flattens your bulging bay window. Also, it has a detachable pouch for your junk. And it's, what's it say? air cooled. That is right. Your junk pouch is air cooled. So you can definitely benefit from this. Nice and breezy. You can wear it for 10 days straight. That's what it says right there. Just put it on. You can wear it at home, wear it to work, wear it on dates. This is great. It flattens your bay window. That's what you need. So hurry up, pay whatever it needs to be paid. I think it's actually free. You get a free trial. And then I don't know how they keep up with you. What do they come to your address, call you, and like, hey, you didn't pay for your Cavalier. You need to pay now. It's been past your 10-day trial. Do you have some certain areas that you just can't get the fat to go away? Well, get the spot reducer. The spot reducer is actually $8.95. And here you have it right here. It's relaxing, soothing, penetrating massage. That's right. Take off the extra weight. Don't stay fat. You can lose the extra pounds and inches safely. That's the point. This is very important. It's an electric spot reducer, and it'll be very safe. You can use it anywhere. You can't sleep, might as well use it. Right here it says, if you can't sleep, use the spot reducer. It'll help you go back to sleep. You have muscle aches, spot reducer gets rid of that. Pretty much does everything. Try the spot reducer free in your home for 10 days. That's right. $8.95 is how much it'll cost if you want to buy the whole thing, and it'll get rid of those ugly fatty tissues because it breaks it down. That's what it says in here. The science says it breaks down the fatty tissues and it dissolves it. So that's all. That's pretty simple, right? It pretty much, I'm sure it's just like that, and breaks down all the fatty tissues and then dissolves it into nothing. And then you're slim and trim, and you don't have to diet. You don't have to starve yourself. Nothing. Pretty easy. Now, these are just weird and ugly to me, my personal opinion. But do you have a car seat? And do you want to cover them in leopard print? I don't know if it's leather or just a cloth or something like that, but they're not terribly expensive, only $2.95 each, and you can get these nice leather coverings. But the funny part is this, they print it in black and white, so you can't even see what it looks like. It just looks like a bunch of spots. So you don't really get the full colored appeal. So maybe they should have put their ad in color instead of, usually if you want it in color, it costs a little more. So then they skipped out and they didn't want to pay as much, and so they did it in black and white. So before Dr. Phil, there was his dad, Dr. Phillips. And then so Dr. Phillips was very famous because he came out with this type of weight loss gum. That's right, weight loss gum. Here it is. Fat men and women who are normally overweight will be amazed to discover a safe, pleasant, scientific way to lose ugly fat. There's a lot of ugly fat back in the day, not so much anymore, and get slimmer and more attractive figure. Okay, so Dr. Phillips comes out with this chewing gum and with an improved formula. That's right, this has an improved formula, not the old terrible formula. That one didn't really work very well. You only lost like 1 pound. Actually, I think that the first formula was actually bad. It makes you gain weight. So then they had to go back to the drawing board and then keep doing it. So now they have the improved formula, lose up to 5 pounds a week. That is right, 5 pounds a week. That is quite a lot of weight just by chewing gum. Now, let's go into, the positives here. Help, it's fun. That's right. It's fun. No drugs. It's not a drug. No starving. Don't have to starve yourself. No massage. I don't see why that's negative. No exercise. Yeah, you hate exercise. No steaming. That's right. Steaming. You don't need to steam with this gum. And no laxatives. I guess that was... I guess a lot of people were just taking laxatives back in the day to lose weight because they didn't really know much. It's only $2.98, which seems kind of expensive compared to, you can get like a whole monkey for, a little bit more than that. But yeah, or you could get those nice leopard seat covers for about a little cheaper than that. But anyways, you can lose 10, 20, 30 pounds. That's right. Money back guaranteed, of course. All these things have to have money back guarantee, and lose 5 pounds a week. So that's a pretty good deal. I'll probably get some now, and I'm gonna start chewing it because that's all I have to do. You can get this invisible helmet for $1.98. You can put it on and no one knows who you are, but you can see everyone else. So it seems kind of stupid, but it could just be a regular helmet. I mean, it'd be like a motorcycle helmet now. You put it on, no one can see your face, but I'm pretty sure most people are going to recognize you when you're that weird kid that has this weird invisible helmet. And I guarantee you most of these things didn't work. A lot of these things actually were just like pretty much garbage, plastic, or usually some paper. One of the more interesting ones I've seen in here is, they have like basically like blow-up dolls, sex dolls, at sex stores, things like that. Well, they actually sold those in a comic book. So here we got is a Judy, a life-size inflatable doll for $9.95. This is for the deluxe model, obviously. They don't sell the normal model. You can only get the deluxe model. But it floats. Oh, it's safe, and it's sporting. So it's made of soft, smooth, pliable vinyl. Judy looks and feels amazing and lifelike, inflatable. Just add air and instantly you have a life-size beauty. Ooh, boy, oh boy, oh boy. I can't wait to get my life-size beauty of Judy. I can only imagine what this thing looks like. Awful. And I can't believe this is in a comic book. So, yeah, that'd be funny if someone out there actually bought this. It'd be very interesting. That's what I always think about that. Do people actually buy this? Sometimes, some coupons are clipped out of comic books, but for the most part, not. So can you imagine you're a kid, you save up $10, and then all of a sudden your mom gets in this package and is like, oh, what did my son get? What is it? He gets an inflatable doll. Well, that would be a very interesting conversation that I would not want to be a part of. Now, obviously, they have lots of be taller and all this kind of stuff, but this one's kind of interesting because this is a very small ad, and it says, be taller. If you wish to know the facts about height increase, send 35 cents for details to Tallup. That's right. All you have to do is send 35 cents to Tallup, and they will tell you all the facts. This seems like a massive scam. All of a sudden, people are just sending in 35 cents, and they never get anything. You know nothing about this product. All you know is you send 35 cents, and it's called Tallup. Obviously, we've had raccoons. We've had dogs. We've had whatever, all the parakeets, all sorts of weird stuff you can buy. But this is a free one, but it's limited. Limited. That's right. This is a limited offer. You have to buy this rock garden where you get some moss and it grows. But they have, with these rock gardens, for the first 1,000 people, they have live baby turtles. That is right. You can get a live baby turtle with this rock garden. This rock garden is actually only $1.69, so pretty good deal. You get a turtle, possibly, and a rock garden with this limited offer. Every boy and girl loves these clean little pets, delivered healthy and safe in a special moss-protected package. So there you go. 10-day free trial. So it's very common back then. I think now we've upped it. We passed lots of laws, went to the government, all the sorts of stuff, and we passed that. We can't do the 10 days is not enough. Most things give you about a 30-day trial these days. So good on all the presidents that helped push that way through to boost that from 10 days to 30 days that we have now. So you could get this thing in, get your little turtle, and maybe it dies in 10 days and you return it. There you go. So that's pretty much it. Those are a bunch of those weird ones that I saw and quite interesting, I must say. I would love to know if anyone out there knows someone firsthand or you yourself bought any of these when you were younger or whenever, or have come across some, maybe someone had them. I know there was like this tank and it's like, oh, a tank. It's like 3 feet or 4 feet long or something like that. You get this tank and it actually was just a piece of cardboard that you just put up. So a lot of scams back then. Most of the stuff didn't work. I can guarantee you all of them didn't work. The animals, I guess people actually did get the animals. So that's pretty crazy. I don't know if you can do that now. I don't think you can send animals away in packages. So laws were a lot different back in the day, probably for good reason. Probably a lot of dead animals showing up at kids' doorsteps. And there was really no way for, if you started up one of these companies and you scammed a bunch of people, that they could come after you, because then you just shut down and start a new business doing something else. So that is it. Let me know if you remember any other zany advertisements in your comic books. Have a great day.